Welcome to Love, Dream, Live, your source of life lessons that inspire you to love intensely, dream relentlessly, and live passionately. Our goal is to help you create harmony in your work, personal life, and self-discovery journey. Welcome your host, Aida, with today's topic.
Hello, wonderful. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about unexpressed and unresolved emotions and how they are very much like heavy stones that we carry. So first of all, I would like to share a quote by one of my very favorite authors, which is Mark Nepo. The quote reads, "What is not expressed is depressed." So what this really means to me is that everything that I feel, that I think, that I hope for, that I dream for, whatever I don't express or am able to live out, then I'm depressing it and I am restricting it and constricting it inside of myself. And so that creates a lot of heavy stones. So the more that we do this, the more that we allow these different emotions and dreams and thoughts and feelings to fester, the more that we are creating heavy stones for ourselves to carry, because all of these things do not go away by just ignoring them. They don't disappear. They are in your subconscious, always looking for a way to express themselves into the physical world. And so they don't go away. They're always going to be there. Every emotion, every thought, every feeling, every hope, every dream you have is always present, and it doesn't go away unless you're able to express it or resolve it or do something about it to get it out of your system. So I like to think of all the different unresolved problems, emotions, issues, feelings, situations, people, everything in our life is like a stacking collection of rocks. These are all heavy stones that are actually going to weigh us down. Some of them are really big, some of them are really small, but they all stack to weigh us down and create stagnation and frustration in our lives because we're not able to express ourselves or address our needs. And I feel like one of the reasons that we suppress our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, our hopes, and our dreams is because we're afraid to admit our needs. We're afraid to admit what we want and what we need, not only to ourselves, to other people as well. And so all of these unresolved emotions really stack and create a wall that keeps you from your true self. And you eventually use all of these stones to stack up and create a prison around yourself, like a prison that you're not able to get out of, a prison that keeps you from living your truest and best life, a prison that keeps you far away from people, keeps you feeling defensive, keeps you feeling frustrated because your feelings, your thoughts, everything is not being validated. Everything is not being met. Your needs are not being met because you're not expressing yourself. You're not taking the time to address each of your emotions, each of your needs, each of your dreams to a degree that it feels expressed and validated and acknowledged. So every time we don't acknowledge our emotions, our desires, then we are really creating more stones for ourselves to carry. And eventually it turns out that we're carrying so many stones with ourselves that life is really depressing, life feels really heavy, and we don't feel other people. We don't experience joy, we don't experience pain. We're kind of like numbed out. Very little things touch us, very little things move us anymore. And most of that is because we're numbing ourselves with all of these heavy emotions that are unresolved inside of ourselves. And in order for us to feel joy and happiness, we must set some of these stones down to make room for positive experiences and new possibilities in our lives. Anytime that we resist our emotions, that we resist expressing how we feel, expressing what we think, then all those thoughts and all those emotions are going to continue to keep showing up in our lives as lessons that we need to learn, because what you resist persists. And not only that, it gets bigger and heavier over time, and it turns really small stones into giant boulders that you eventually can't even hold on to anymore. And so that creates like emotional breakdowns, panic attacks, a lot of catastrophes and horrible things in your life because you continue to resist and ignore your true thoughts and your true emotions. And so they create limiting beliefs for you, like where you feel like, I just can't deal with this anymore. This is just really heavy. So I kind of encourage you to look in your life and notice the different stones that you're carrying right now. What are you walking around that you feel is unresolved? What do you feel like it's not expressed? What needs do you feel are not being met? Notice what makes you uncomfortable. Notice what you want to run away from. Notice what you try to avoid. And find a way to take a big stone and make it smaller by giving it your time, by giving it your attention, by saying, hey, I am aware of this need I have. I'm aware of this emotion that I have. And I'm going to find a way to express it. And even though it's going to be uncomfortable, and even though there might be pain because some of these emotions are negative, I'm personally committed to resolving a lot of these issues or problems that I have so that they don't continue to be heavy stones in life and continue to weigh me down and continue to hold me back from myself, from my truest self, and from everything and everyone around me. So do yourself a favor and allow yourself to express your feelings, experience your emotions, feel them all the way through. And this will open you up more to allowing experiences and people to flow through you and to move you and inspire you and excite you. And that way you're living with everything around you going through you, not just in front of you, because you're just so scared of stepping into the real world that is so full of challenging situations that you might feel are very overwhelming because you've already got so much in yourself that is going on that it makes it so hard to face the real world. So remember that what is not expressed is depressed, and any emotion, thought, feeling that is not addressed and validated and expressed is going to continue to be a heavy stone in your life that's going to create a prison and keep you from everything and everyone and from experiencing joy and fulfillment. So I encourage you to find those emotions, express them, resolve them, find a way to dissolve them so that you can clear the way to a better life, a happier you, and a more uplifting and exciting life where you can be yourself and express yourself and your needs and your thoughts and your emotions openly and freely without holding back. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon.
Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with a friend. Visit lovedreamlive.com for more. And remember to stop waiting. Decide to choose yourself. You can experience unconditional love, create the life of your dreams, and live in harmony and abundance every single day. See you again soon.